For most of our lives, we are constantly doing. We wake up, check our phones, scroll through endless feeds, reply to messages, watch videos, and before we know it, the day is over. We convince ourselves that staying busy equals progress. But often, it doesn't. It just fills our time without giving us clarity, focus, or understanding of what truly matters. I want to share with you 7 life lessons I have learned. These aren't based on any extreme challenge or experiment. They're simple observations, moments of reflection, and realizations that have shaped how I approach life. They can help anyone, no matter your age, your location, or your lifestyle, see things differently, think more clearly, and live with intention. Let's dive into these lessons and explore why they matter.
Silence is one of the most underrated tools we have. At first, it can feel uncomfortable. When I consciously spent time away from distractions, my mind became noisy. Memories I had ignored surfaced. Thoughts about past decisions, missed opportunities, and small regrets appeared out of nowhere. The first few days, I felt restless and even anxious. But gradually, I began to notice a pattern. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a mirror reflecting your true self. You see your priorities, your fears, your desires. During this time, I realized that many of my daily actions were automatic, reactive, or done without thinking. By sitting quietly and observing my thoughts, I started recognizing which parts of my life were meaningful and which were distractions. Even simple silence, like sitting for 15 minutes without phone or noise, can give you clarity. You start to notice how you feel in the present moment, which is something most of us rarely do. Observing my own thoughts helped me understand my behavior, my reactions, and my hidden patterns. This lesson taught me that reflection is essential to personal growth. The more we allow ourselves to pause and listen, the more we can understand what truly matters.
Life isn't only made of big events. It's made of small moments we often overlook. I started noticing the smell of morning coffee, the sound of birds outside, the feeling of sunlight on my desk, and even the rhythm of my own breathing. Previously, I rushed past these moments, thinking they were trivial. Focusing on the small details doesn't shrink life. It enriches it. Each tiny action, observation, or experience adds layers of meaning to your day. I began documenting these moments in a journal, writing small notes about what I observed and how it made me feel. This practice changed my perspective. For example, I noticed how much time I spent worrying about unimportant things instead of enjoying simple experiences. I realized that true mindfulness doesn't require meditation for hours. It starts by paying attention to everyday life. The aroma of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or a quiet walk outside can become moments of deep reflection. Small things are powerful. They shape our emotions, attitudes, and decisions more than we imagine.
I didn't try to overhaul my life overnight. I started with small, consistent habits, 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of reflection, a short morning walk. At first, these seemed insignificant. But over weeks, I noticed a dramatic change. These small routines gave structure to my day and created a sense of control. My mind felt calmer, my focus sharpened, and I felt productive without overwhelming myself. The key lesson here is that consistency beats intensity. You don't need massive efforts to create change. Tiny, repeated actions can compound into profound results over time. For instance, reading 10 pages a day may seem small, but it adds up to hundreds of pages in a month. Walking 10 minutes might seem negligible, but it improves mood, energy, and focus. Reflection or journaling for a short period daily strengthens clarity and self-awareness. These habits, though simple, transformed the way I interacted with life. They reminded me that change is rarely sudden, it's incremental, built day by day.
Technology can be amazing, but constant screen use steals our attention. Endless scrolling, watching videos, checking notifications, or absorbing information that doesn't serve us drains focus. I decided to step away from screens for long blocks of time. Initially, it felt strange, even uncomfortable. I worried about missing messages or updates. But the absence of distractions opened mental space. Ideas flowed naturally. My thinking became clearer. I noticed patterns in my emotions and behavior I hadn't seen before. Disconnecting from screens allowed me to reconnect with reality and my own mind. It's not deprivation. It's liberation. Our attention is a precious resource, and protecting it allows creativity, mindfulness, and productivity to flourish. I learned that being present in real life is far more fulfilling than endless digital consumption. Writing daily became a tool for self-discovery. I didn't write essays, long reflections, or structured reports. Just short paragraphs capturing thoughts, feelings, and observations. At first, it felt pointless, but soon I noticed recurring themes. I recognized fears I hadn't acknowledged, dreams I had forgotten, and behavioral patterns I needed to change. Writing daily allowed me to hold a conversation with myself, clarify my goals, and reflect on progress. Even small amounts of writing each day can help you understand your priorities and emotions. Journaling is like mapping your inner world. It reveals insights that might otherwise stay hidden. By the end of weeks, my thoughts were more organized, and I felt a sense of calm and focus that I hadn't experienced before.
Saying no is difficult, but it's essential. Over time, I realized I was saying yes to too many obligations, expectations, and distractions. Learning to decline certain things gave me space to focus on what mattered. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're protective. They allow you to preserve energy, prioritize goals, and live intentionally. For example, declining a social invitation didn't make me rude, it gave me time to work on personal growth or reflect. Saying no is a tool for living intentionally. It teaches us to value our own time and energy, which is far more important than pleasing everyone.
During these reflections, I faced small failures. I missed journaling one day, got distracted, or didn't follow my routines perfectly. But I realized failure isn't the end, it's feedback. Mistakes and setbacks teach us lessons about persistence, adaptation, and humility. Life isn't about perfection, it's about process. Understanding this helps us approach challenges with patience and resilience. Each failure becomes a stepping stone for growth, not a reason to stop. These 7 lessons: silence, noticing small things, small habits, disconnecting from screens, writing daily, saying no, and embracing failure, have reshaped my perspective. You don't need drastic changes or extreme experiments. Small, intentional actions, reflection, and awareness can change how you live, think, and interact with the world. Sometimes, the most meaningful growth comes from pausing, observing, and learning from life itself. And that's what these 7 lessons are all about.